So when I was looking to do a presentation to join Teamsters, I had a grand plan of an epic montage of stuff that we've done together. Gunfights, drifting, car chases. And all of that stuff is well and good, but that's not really my style. So I've chosen to do something that's a little bit more traditional, but it's still somewhat special to me. Some of you might be wondering why I'm recording this here, as opposed to one of the rooms in and around the vineyard. Most of you will recognize this as the house at 589, which is where I'm basing my photography business from. But this space actually holds a special place in my association with Teamsters United. This room, this is where I had my first introduction to you all. I would have had no idea this place even existed had I not had the meet and greet here with all of you about 1.5 years ago. Some of you weren't with Teamsters then, and there's a lot of people who were there then that are no longer a part of the crew. But since that was technically the beginning of our story together, I felt that this shared a fitting place in where I held my presentation to become one of you. Since hanging out with all of you, I've learned I'm nowhere near as good a driver as I thought that I was. But trying to drift has been a lot of fun, and getting to the races when I have the opportunity has been awesome. And while my driving isn't necessarily up to scratch, I am on par for the reputation that Teamsters presents to everyone else. I'm not as good a shooter as I thought as well, although that comes down somewhat to a lack of experience. I've always tried to avoid using firearms where possible. I just didn't understand the gun culture in the city. Being around the York though, there's definitely a lot more opportunity for shooting and playing with some of the bigger guns I'd only ever seen while roaming around shooting at each other on a Saturday night. As for the things that I like to do, I love making money. I don't mind grinding things out if there's a reward at the end of it. Bragi and Hunter will both attest that I don't like being idle very much. I much prefer to be active than standing around. It's probably because I'm getting a little bit older and my own time is a bit more sort of precious these days, and I don't necessarily want to waste it. I love the business side of things, doing deals, and if I had an opportunity to be more involved with org business, I would love to make the most of that. When I first came to the city, I had ambitions of becoming a drug lord. Over time, that is something which I had accepted wasn't going to happen. But being associated with Teamsters, that's shown me that that dream can very well and truly be alive. I may not be the most social person. There's a lot of you that I haven't got to know as well as I'd probably like to, but some of you I have absolutely clicked with. And if there was anything to happen to Teamsters, I would hope that we would still be friends and hang out after that. I do hope that I can be a great asset to the org, and will do my best to continue the proud tradition of Teamsters United. I sincerely hope that you'll consider me to become one of you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.